Um, fuck, I don't remember. Honestly, I don't remember these trades. But I'm recording for Thursday and Friday. Um, uh, I don't know if I'm gonna get every trade because I don't really remember. But um, from what it looks like, honestly don't remember this trading this. I only remember it just a little bit, but I don't really know what influenced me to trade this stock. But looking here, I know I made. Okay, I remember a little bit. Um, I remember I traded. I think I traded a couple other stocks, but I know I made like $700 on this trade. Um, um, it caught my attention. Maybe somehow, I don't know what caught my attention. Made me want to trade this. But clearly you see like the entire morning it wasn't doing anything, and then it just kept going up, up, up. I don't remember what the news was on this. Uh, okay, I'm starting to remember now that I'm looking. Um, I don't recall ever looking at the news until after I traded this, but it had some. They're selling their coffee in selective WalMarts nationwide, which isn't really that big of a news, but that's good because Walmart's a big company. So once you get into Walmart, um, uh, you're on and popping. But right now, EVs are the plays. So I was trying to stick to EVs, but I don't know what made me decide to just go into this one. But I know for sure I looked at the flow 11 mil. So I like that. Outstanding is 17, 18 mil. And there's no implied shares, at least on Yahoo Finance. But looking here, and I'm sure I looked at just the OTC market, but the SEC filings, but I just don't remember because it was a couple of days ago, and it's Sunday that I'm doing this, and it was Thursday that I traded this. But yeah, okay. There's a 424B. There's a few of them. Looking at the yearly chart, um, the dates on those 424Bs were March. Um, so back in March, where's March? Where's March? So back in March, they dumped shares, and it's just been kind of consolidating downwards a little bit ever since. So whenever I see this, and it barely even, it went down by what, $6 to $3, and then faded down to high $1, low $2. I already can automatically assume that they're gonna have shares still available to dump. I don't need to guess that. So I guess when I saw it pushing up like this, um, the way it was um, pushing up on my scanner, um, whenever I traded it, it must have just caught my attention, and either I saw it at this point or I let it pull back and I got in. I got in probably. I know I for sure I got in small. I had to, and I got in here. It perked up. I had a pullback, spike, dump, whichever one it did first. Um, but I was it probably most likely didn't hit my wrist, so I added again. I know I was trying to add more. I can remember I was trying to add more, but I guess I accidentally added. just $100, 100 shares, or 400, 500. I guess I know I added more, and then I made, don't remember how much, but I made a decent amount. I just took my gains. I don't know why I took it here because if you can see here, it's starting to do like a flagpole pattern. That's a sign of consolidation. So right here and like right here. So I don't know why I got out. Maybe because I was just too uncomfortable with it, and I was like, I'm up X amount. I'm okay with this. I'm gonna just get out. And I remember just getting out, and then I'm watching it, and I could tell it's about to spike. And excuse me. Uh, I went back in. I know I went back in with more than just 100 shares. No way. No way, man. Um, it says just 100. Probably was an accident. Um, but I guess I sold here. It says 300 here. So either I sold some here, added here, and then sold the rest, or I sold all of it here. 'Cause this only says 23, which I don't know why. But either I sold some here and then added more here, or I sold. Okay, so I sold everything here and got in and sold the rest here. But I made like seven something. Um, I was over my milestone mark, which Psych says you shouldn't have a milestone, but honestly I did, and um, because milestones are unimportant and actually influences your trade, which I've experienced. But I did have a milestone mark, but I made uh I made whatever I made at that point, got back in, and sold here. Um, I was over, so I had hit my milestone, and I was over 50K. This trade, and I think maybe the next trade or so, I was over. This trade made me have an extra $1,000 because I took all the funds that I had. So I had 50K. I took that out. I took half of that out. Um, I'm only trading with 25, and I was like a couple $100, like 290 something dollars over PDT, and I was a little worried because um, I didn't want to have a bad trade and be under the PDT, um, and then have to work my way back up. So I took all the funds out, and I'm like worried I have to fund my account again. But this trade got me close to 26K in my account, and um, um, that was it. And then it just kept fading for the rest of the day. Uh, I had remember telling myself that I'm not going to trade this tomorrow, but I think I was like willing to watch it. Um, and then the next day, um, uh, Bryce Tui or something like that. Bryce is his name. He was watching it. I was watching it, and I didn't like it at first. Um, but it's it, you know after I had this pullback, um, it started going up pre-market, and I didn't like this pullback honestly. But it started going up pre-market, and then it faded. I'm like, really don't like this fade. Now that it was going up and now you faded, I didn't like that. Um, and I knew they had this offering, but I'm like, okay, how long? I feel like I don't feel like it, but I'm like, this could probably keep going up. And then I started watching it around here. Let me put the 1 minute chart. Started watching it here. Matt was like, Bryce was liking it. I was liking it as well. Well, Bryce didn't like it. He was watching it, and he didn't like the price action. it was price action was crazy as well. But I'm like, it looks like it's gonna keep going up. Um, he liked it, but then he was like, I don't like the price action, and then he's like, nah, it's not for me. But he kept his eye on it. I kept my eye on it too. But I told myself, okay, wait for the 945 dip and rip. This is the second green day. Um, wait for the 945 dip and rip. Um, because looking at the action, I'm like, this is gonna go up. And well, I wasn't sure, but it looked like it was gonna go up. But it was doing this weird price action where market open, it would push up, drop back down, push up, drop back down. I ain't really know what to expect. But I made my first mistake by getting in here. And I got in here with a small amount of shares, but I didn't wait for the 945 dipping rim. And 945 came. Then I add before 945 came, I added again another 200 and another 200 again, and then it dumped on me um, just before 945, and I was like, you should have waited till your 945 dipping rim. We should have waited for the 945 to start adding, to start getting in the position. Then 945 hit, I got in, or close to 945 hit, got in. I got in, I added more. It started perking up. I was still down on the trade. I added some here. Um, it perked up to here. I don't recall how much I was, but I was how much I was up. I was up a decent amount. I think five over 500. Didn't want to take it. It kept going up trending, giving me 200, $300 gain. Um, I kept telling myself, take the gain, get out. It's not looking well. Bryce was like, um, this could possibly go higher, but every time it goes higher, it gets stuffed. He didn't like it. Um, and I'm just like patiently waiting, and he's telling me he doesn't like it, and I'm making judgments for myself. I'm not just going off of what he's saying. I'm just listening to what he's saying and trying to see if I like it too, or comparing it to my thesis. Um, but he's not liking it, but it is going upwards, little by little and doing a consolidation. But each time it will go up, it'll come back down and have these hard panics right here, right here, right here, right here. Each time it just go up, it will just push up, drop again, push up, drop again. And it started dropping more than it pushed up. And even here, it dropped again, dropped again, dropped again. And I'm just like trying to be patient. And I honestly sized in too big. And I told myself, okay, you're in too big. You got to change your risk from here to higher. So I changed my risk to the from um, the 560s to the 580s, and I changed it to when I kept adding, I changed it to like the 590s, and then when I saw that it was going up every little by little, I'm like, okay, as it's going up, and I'm making a little bit more, I'm changing my risk because I'm like, I don't want to wait for this to panic hard and then get out. So I changed my risk to 590, and it just panicked, and it broke past my 590 risk, my 580 risk, my 560 risk, and I refused to. I just nah, I won't say I refused, but I just couldn't. I got stunned, and I couldn't hit the exit button. I didn't have a stop limit order because I didn't want to. I didn't want to put a stop limit order, and it panics a little bit and it pushes back up like it's been doing. But this is a tricky trade, a choppy stock tricky trade. I shouldn't have been trading at all, but I didn't want to get my stop limit order to get hit when really I just needed to give the stock patience. But in this time, um, um, I made a mistake. I used half my account when I told myself to only use a quarter of my account to trade. That was my rule now, and it broke past all three of my risk, and I just was stunned. And I'm like, using my imagination at this point because I did not want to take this loss. And using your imagination when trading is the wrong way. There's a difference between using your imagination, saying, okay, this could go here, it could go back up, it could go down more. That's imagination. But using your anticipation and probability is okay. I'm gonna get here. I'm gonna get in here, and this is my risk. And there's a chance that it will go up. If it does, I'm getting out. If it goes up, I know where I'm getting out as well. I'm gonna take my gains or take my losses. That's realistic. I don't say it's realistic, but that's successful trading. That's more logical trading. But when you're using your imagination and saying, "Oh, this might bounce back up and do a U pattern or one of these patterns, and then go to the moon," that's imagination. And I was using my imagination at this point, and I'm like, maybe this might bounce and uh, come back to and I'll be ready. I'll be back to green or break even, and then it was just squeeze all the way to a high day and up to the tens, 20s, 30s. That's I was using my imagination the whole time, and that's what I thought. And I just was like, I don't want to take this loss. I'm gonna hold on. I'm gonna hold on. I'm gonna hold on. And then it broke here, and it was under, and I'm like looking at it. I'm like, oh shit, it's it went red for the day, and I'm like, you know what that means? It's gonna keep fading for the rest of the day. And I'm like, yo, you need to get out. And I'm like, you still using my imagination here, and I'm saying maybe it might perk through red to green and then push up, which it never did. And uh excuse me. Maybe it might push past red to green and go up. And at this point, I just got tired of waiting. I'm like, I should have never traded it. I'm under the PDT. At first, I was under the PDT by by a few $100s, and I just let it ride, and I was under the PDT by $1,000. I finally got out, and I took a $2,000 loss. Only got $2,400 in my account, and um, it never uptrended, as you see here. Um, it just kept going down some more, and I have no one else to blame but myself because, uh, like, what the fuck was I thinking? Stick to your rules. Stick to your rules, bro. And when I was right here and I was like, take the $500 gain and get the fuck out, I was like, no, I want more. I want more. I want more. And I refused to. And I took a bigger loss. And that's on me, bro. That is on me. So now I'm under the PDT and I had to make the decision. I'm like, okay, I paid my investors. I don't have any more money. I know I should have hold on to the money to keep the money in my account so that I can continue growing it so I can have some cushion. But I wanted to pay my investors and get that situated. And I just wanted a break from trading. And my mind was just not in the right area. And I don't regret, putting myself in this position. But, you know, I just wanted to get it done. So um, after this, I just changed my account to a cash account instead of a margin account. And I just said, okay, you're just gonna build your account. Um, you're just gonna have to build your account, Sonny, um, over the PDT, and then you will once you get to a decent amount, then you can go back to margin. But right now, you need to stay in margin. I'm staying cash for now. So I'm in cash for now, and when I'm ready, I will do what I need to do. But I'm really glad I accomplished the goal, and I'm really glad I'm about to take a break.